a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be quarterbacked by the man known as Duck from Samford in Alabama. It's Duck Hodges. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week. That no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
Just going to say.
That's where I go.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
First down, Steelers.
Now it's Hodges. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the gun, it's Hodges. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Hodges. That's complete to his running back, Connor. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. Again, Hodges into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the gun, it's Hodges. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Garrett. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake. Yeah,
he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. We're scoreless after 1. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Eagles nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again. Hodges, screen pass to Connor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Now Hodges on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, it's Hodges again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Hodges will throw again. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Catch made by Fulgham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
We'll take that. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this returnable for Rager. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Hurts. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Hodges now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Hodges here on 2nd down. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Eagles 8.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, Hodges. And the pressure gets to him again.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. 3 yards the gain there, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Here's Hurts to throw. Being chased out left. Left side here to Sanders. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing is Hurts, eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. First and 10 here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Rolling to his right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second down, here's Hodges. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 10.
Looking to throw on first down with Hodges. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Are you serious?
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. Looking to throw on second down. Hodges. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And the Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. For it with Connor. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Hodges. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Hodges. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On a man down, and it's Sanders. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Graham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Completion here to Claypool. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Back to throw. 23 yards the pickup there. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Eagles.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed